Hello and welcome to 2 Minute Watches. Today we've got a Grand Seiko GMT SBGN005. It's a beautiful 39mm dial size sports watch. I'm a massive fan of Grand Seiko. I think it's really come into the fore in recent years, but in particular, I've had a growing appreciation of the quality that you get, and now that so many luxury brands are moving into the price range where I've seen quite regular brands going to the £4,000 range. I think Grand Seiko provides definitely a different value proposition for that price bracket. It isn't just another Solita or an ETA 2824 put into a well-finished case. You've got something that has its real history, real design language and aesthetic that you just don't get with other brands, in my personal opinion. The thing that really stands out when I first put it on my wrist was the finishing, and that's something that always really comes to the fore when you pick up a Grand Seiko. In particular, it's these indices, diamond cut, mirror polished, etc. I'm trying to put it closer to the sunlight, but it really does glimmer in a different way, and when I wear it in the mirror and just move it around, that's something that's very clear. It's just so many different facets and angles that it kind of shimmers in the light that it really just does stand out just from the indices alone. That is also accentuated by the hands. Look at that beautiful sharp hands that are thicker than a usual quartz watch because of the 9F movement, which looks really it's beautiful. Unfortunately, it's hidden behind the solid case back, but nice Grand Seiko medallion there. So you've got the beautiful hands, the beautiful indices, markers, applied Grand Seiko logo, all looks good here. And if you're going for the more, I say, quote-unquote budget range of Grand Seiko, where you're getting the quartz, it can be a bit quiet at the bottom because if you look at, for example, the basic Grand Seiko heritage models, it's just empty at the bottom, so you only get text at the top half, and it does seem a bit asymmetric. So here you've got the GMT, the pop of red text, and you've got the red GMT hand as well. So that just gives it a bit more balance to its overall. Alongside, you've got a satin brushed 24-hour bezel, and I think that completes it and just gives it a bit more interesting look. The heritage models that I've reviewed before, I think it's SBGN005, I think it is, beautiful, and if you're looking for that plain dress watch aesthetic, then it's great. But for an everyday watch, I think this just gives it a bit more about it in terms of the bezel, the color, the drop of color, and the kind of more things to look at in the lower half of the dial. It really does, I think, make it a much more an everyday wear than the normal heritage models. The case finishing itself exquisite. You can see the signed crown as well. The bracelet is, for those who use Seiko quality bracelets, obviously it is a significant step up in quality. I would say, trying to compare it to, probably, I don't see a massive difference between this and the Tudor Black Bay 58, for example, where no micro adjust, solid build quality, nice articulation in the links. Some might disagree with me in the comments, but I think it's definitely up there. And I think this is why it's, for Grand Seiko, a lot of them lean quite smart and dressy for a black tie occasion. But something like this, 39mm, definitely something that can be a bit more versatile. Also the domed crystal as well. Gives it great viewing angles. I know there's a lot of reflection in the window there, but if you take it out of that, it's pretty good. And now just a bit of a wrist shot. So we've got a 39mm case size rather. And for those who know me, have really slim wrists at 6.25, 6.3 inches, and you can see that it really does wrap around the wrist really well. No real problem despite having small wrists and quite a rounded wrist. It just wraps it out very elegantly, and that comes down to the 44.5mm lug to lug. So something that's really wearable for all wrist sizes. You get Grand Seiko level finishing. The precision, you don't have to worry about keep changing the time, which is obviously something that is also quite useful, and I think you wouldn't be disappointed. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and do like and subscribe if you're a fan.